I've made many mistakes in my life. One of which was creating a product that I thought would be the worst thing imaginable. It was not created with the intention that it would become real. But due to machinations beyond my control, the Sour Patch cream cheese that I unwittingly invented may in fact become real, which I did not intend, nor did I expect. So in honor of that, because I can't wait for this beautiful product to become real and to hold it in my meaty hands, I am going to make my own Sour Patch cream cheese right here, right now. So I have a variety of ingredients, not actually a lot, but I think on our first try, we're going to keep it simple. There's two ways I think we could go about doing this cream cheese. One of which is just taking some cream cheese, slapping some Sour Patch Kids in there and calling it good. The other way is kind of trying to create a Sour Patch flavored cream cheese, which I don't know how that's going to go. A little bit more complicated, but we're going to see. We're going to try it out. And I am not a professional cook. I'm not very good at cooking. This microwave is about as complicated as I can get. So I think that'll just add to the fun of this because I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's just start. So I think we're going to start with just the regular, cream cheese Sour Patch. And for that, I just got your basic Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm just going to slap it in a bowl, slap some Sour Patch Kids in there, and then we're going to put it on a bagel. I have bagels. And I also have, when I was at Target yesterday, I have the regular Sour Patch Kids, but I also found these Sour Patch Kid jelly beans, which are basically just nuggets of Sour Patch. Basically the rejects. They basically just took, instead of molding it into a shape, they just, took some gummy stuff, slapped some citric acid on it, and sold it as a product. Which tells you the kind of, product that they're going for here at Sour Patch. Meaning that, my cream cheese nightmare is not that far-fetched. I also have this, which is just an egg of Sour Patch. I don't really know why I bought it, but I was in the Easter section and I saw it. And I was kind of just throwing Sour Patch related things into my cart at that point. But for the cream cheese, this is just regular Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm just gonna... Alright. There we go. Cream cheese in a bowl. I'm gonna kind of use this spatula, which is my single cooking utensil other than knife and fork, just to kind of whip it into some sort of mixture. Kind of soften it up a little bit. Which is probably a mistake. I mean, this is all a mistake. That's kind of somewhat whipped together. I don't know. But then I think I'm going to try putting just these little Sour Patch jelly beans in there at first. Because I think if they were to do this sort of variety of a Sour Patch cream cheese, where they just put, Sour Patch in there, it probably wouldn't be the actual kids. It would just be kind of these nuggets or some other variety of that. I did not think of all the things I would be doing on the internet. I would be cooking a nightmare creation of my own making, or this would ever exist, or that anyone would want this to exist, but apparently people do. apparently people do want this to exist. Okay. That's kind of somewhat mixed. Yeah. You know, it's cream cheese with nuggets of Sour Patch in it. So let's just slap it on a bagel. Okay. Now with the nuggets, it's going to be a little bit difficult to spread. But you know what? That's the least of our problems right now. That is the least of the issues. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. So I have about half a bagel because I couldn't be bothered to do the rest. But with these Sour Patch jelly beans and just plain cream cheese, we're going to try it. That's interesting. Because the jelly beans have kind of a different texture than just a regular Sour Patch Kid. So they're not as chewy, which is interesting. So maybe they're like jelly beans flavored like Sour Patch Kids and then covered with citric acid. Strange. But it's actually not, it's not terrible. The bagel and the cream cheese are kind of basic enough that there's not really, you know, overwhelming flavor, so the Sour Patch can kind of really come forward, and it doesn't taste terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is not good, but it's not horrible either, which I'm kind of disappointed with, because the whole point of this was to have it be the worst product that anyone could imagine. And I guess I kind of failed on that aspect. You know, just for funsies, I'm gonna put some of the regular Sour Patch Kids on here too. Just to see if it changes the taste at all. Because I'm thinking it might be more sour with the actual Sour Patch Kids. Oh, it's definitely more sour. Yeah, the chewiness of the actual Sour Patch Kids is much better with the combination than just like the jelly beans. Which I wouldn't have expected, because I got the jelly beans because I thought they were going to be better because they're smaller. But it's actually the chewiness and the more sour taste of the Sour Patch Kids that makes it better. So, regular cream cheese, Sour Patch Kids, bagel, not terrible. Actually pretty good. But that's only half of our experiment today. We are also going to try and make an actual Sour Patch flavored cream cheese, which we're going to see how this goes, because I'm not going to be measuring anything here. This is just throwing shit in. So what I have here is I have powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, and I'm going to add a little bit of that, because what I have is, when I was at Target, they didn't actually have any raspberry flavoring, because I'm going for like the red, you know, Sour Patch Kids for the other cream cheese. They didn't have any actual raspberry flavoring, so I have this that you're supposed to put in like wood thing that makes the water sparkling, so you can have natural soda, whatever. But it's just unsweetened raspberry flavoring. So I'm hoping that if I add a little bit of this and a little bit of this, it will have the same effect as sweetened raspberry flavoring. But we'll see. And then I also just have citric acid, and we're going to add a little bit of that to try and get some of the sour flavor in the cream cheese. And again, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if it's going to make the cream cheese taste sour, which would be kind of negative. And I also have, this kind of has a bit of red coloring in it, but we really want to get that like kind of red pink color. So I have a bit of food coloring as well if we need it. So let's just Let's just jump into it. You know, given how much I struggled to open the last one, I don't know how this is gonna go. Maybe. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and get this little mixture down first. So, I'm just gonna do about a spoonful. That's probably good. That's probably good. And then maybe the same-ish amount of the citric acid. Interesting. Okay. Stir it up. My signature white powder. Yum. Okay. Yeah, that's sour. Yeah, that's sour. Wow, that's sour. But I think that's good. I think we got it. And then I'm going to add this cream cheese. And then the flavoring and the food coloring. And we're going to see. We're going to fucking see what happens. Okay. Last time I kind of just threw the whole block of cream cheese in there. But now I'm going to try a smaller amount at first and then add a little bit more in a minute. It's not picking up the acid. But that's probably just because I'm dumb. Trying to figure out how to get this really mixed because the cream cheese is not picking up a lot of the mixture of the citric acid, powdered sugar mixture. But that's going to be really important to the success of this experiment. Okay, we kind of got most of the powdered sugar and the citric acid in there. You know, we'll take a little taste. Yeah, that's definitely sour. But it doesn't taste like spoiled cream cheese. It just tastes sour. So let me add a little bit more to see if we can just kind of dilute that a little bit. I mean, that's pretty mixed. Huh. All right. Now for the flavoring. Not sure how this is gonna go, but I don't want to add too much of this specifically, because if not, I think the flavor will be very overpowering. Just adding a little bit. Okay. And it does have a bit of the red color, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough to actually color it as much as I want it. So I think we're gonna have to add a bit of this food coloring, which could be, this could end very badly. A few drops. because I'm aiming for more of like pinky color rather than like full on blood red. But we're gonna see. And also, I don't care about this bowl. This bowl cost me 79 cents. So if it gets totally food coloring messed up, don't really care about it. And if I had some better stuff to actually mix this with, this would probably be a much easier process. But I live in this single room. I have nothing. This is what I have. Okay. We're getting a nice pink color. We're definitely getting that. So it doesn't look very pretty in the bowl that I have it in, but we do have kind of a, you know, pinkish cream cheese mixture. So if I just take a little bit and taste it, I want to know if the raspberry flavor is coming through, if it's too strong, or if we still have kind of the sweetness, and if the sour is too strong, then we can kind of, I guess, work around with this mixture and figure out something that works. But I'm not gonna get measuring cups or anything. I can't be bothered. Boys, I think we did it. I think we actually did Sour Patch flavored cream cheese. Because you can taste the citric acid. It's very sour. So maybe next time I would add a little bit less citric acid, but you can taste the raspberry. It's still sweet. You can still taste the cream cheese. It tastes like Red Sour Patch Kids. I did not think this was going to succeed. I knew that with, like, you know, the just mixing it in, that was probably going to work out okay, because you're just mixing two ingredients and putting it on there. But this, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it actually kind of does. I think if I try to add maybe a little bit more powdered sugar, because the sour is still kind of overpowering. So if we try and make it a little bit more sweet, then maybe, you know, it'll work. Well, I'm very shocked. I was fully convinced that this was going to be a big L, but we actually may have done it. It's still very sour, but it tastes like a Sour Patch Kid. It does. So I'm gonna put some of it on the bagel and see, you know, with that, what it tastes like. Okay. Let me get a lot on there, just to see. Okay. I gotta say, it's not terrible. If you like sour stuff, you'd probably like this. Like, if you have tried the Sour Patch Kids Go-Gurt or something, the flavor is very similar to that. It tastes a lot like that kind of creamy, sour thing. Pretty good. The citric acid, I would add less if I did this again, like making it myself, but you can definitely taste it. It tastes like a Sour Patch Kid. Both the mixtures are actually pretty good. The jelly beans are the only part of this I would consider to be kind of a failure, because they don't have quite the chewiness or the sourness that I was kind of hoping for. But with the regular Sour Patch Kids and just normal cream cheese, that's pretty good. I can't believe this stupid ass idea. One, that I'm making it, and two, that it's actually kind of good. It's I mean, it's kind of a failure for me because I was trying to create something horrible and I accidentally created something good. But I guess that's the story of my life. And I guess the other moral of the story is that believe in your dreams no matter how stupid they are, because, you know, even if an idea is stupid, Sour Patch Kids cream cheese might turn out to actually be somewhat okay. And if this is possible, anything is.